Yo, what's up, YouTube? I'm at a new location. I'm at the park. It's a Saturday. As you know, my partner is at work because the holiday season had to change his working schedule. So, got some time to kill on a Saturday. And I didn't want to spend in the house. I didn't want to spend all day in the house all day. So, this one's going to be called Sex Game. What we gonna call it? Sex Game. I like nerds, geeks, and Goth women that play sports. The reason why I'm making this into a YouTube video is to further explain more on why I thank them, but they also play sports, so you guys don't get confused. What's the difference between what they show you in the movies and television shows and what you see in real life? But you also have to click in the description because YouTube has made a new rule, and that by law I'm required to tell you if my content is for kids or not for kids. So when this video does actually get uploaded, like right now it's being filmed at this location live, but when it actually gets uploaded, you're going to have to read the description very closely because YouTube has now required me to tell you if my content is for kids or not for kids. So, follow the rules. I win, you win, YouTube wins, everybody wins. If you don't, then, YouTube gonna have to, take action, and when YouTube takes action, it's not good. So, to help me out a great deal, make sure you read the description from now on, that if it says not for kids and you're an adult, you can watch my content. Now, if you're a kid, you should not be watching my content because you can get me into a world of trouble, and YouTube will delete the YouTube channels because I have more than one YouTube channel, and all my YouTube channels I am required to tell everyone is my content for kids or not for kids. I ain't got no choice. I have to follow rules. Sorry, it's an unpopular decision. I gotta break it down in the videos because some people know about it and some people don't know that YouTube are now making it where I have to tell you in the video specifically is my content for kids or not for kids. So my content is for adults from the ages of 18 to 50 years old. So if you're not 18, 19, 20, if you're not 30, if you're not 40, you shouldn't be watching my content. So I gotta tell, because somebody might be watching this, they might run across a video that might sound very fun and interesting, and we don't want your mom or dad to catch you in the room watching my content and they get angry and upset, and then I get in trouble because YouTube be like, I thought we told you to tell us, is your content for kids or not for kids? So my content's not for kids, it's for adults. So if you're not in college, you shouldn't be watching my content. Sorry for the minor inconvenience, but rules are rules. I got to follow the rules. YouTube already got on me for not doing it to my other channels, and they told me if I didn't do it, they would take down my channel. So I got to follow rules. Sorry for the minor inconvenience. Now on to the video presentation. Now, the reason why I give women that are nerds and geeks and Goth girls credit is because when I was in high school and college, those were the only type of women that paid attention to me. Those were the only type of women that if they ever did found me physically sexually attractive, they found me physically sexually attractive. Now I know in the next YouTube video I'm going to explain more about that phenomenon. Now, the reason why I give them credit for playing sports is because they don't always they're just a nerd girl. Like, I've seen some nerd girls really play soccer, and when I was in high school, they were trying to teach me how to play soccer, but soccer ain't really my sport. It ain't that I don't like the sport of soccer. It's just I ain't good at using my feet to kick the soccer ball. I'm used to playing basketball. I'm used to doing boxing, mixed martial arts, weight training. I'm used to doing filmmaking. I'm not used to playing soccer. So, you had some girls that were trying to teach me how to play soccer. So this video, it doesn't matter if you're a black woman, a white woman, or a Mexican woman, and you're a nerd, a geek, or Goth. They do play competitive sports. In fact, sometimes I think they're the best ones when they play sports. Another secret is that A lot of the women that you find physically, sexually attractive in all the movies and television shows, they used to be nerds. They used to be geeks. They used to be goth. A prime example of that would be Angie Jolie. That's why a lot of men love Angie Jolie. She used to be goth a long time ago. And sometimes those are the best women to take out to lunch and dinner or for a cup of coffee. Now, just because I said it in the video, guys, that doesn't mean it's going to always go well for someone else. Because I just had a person behind the scenes who, I don't want to say his name because he's not here to defend himself, but he did tell me his story, and he wanted me to make a YouTube video about what he could have done better at his last job. And I told him I got to sit down and see if my schedule is free to make a video on how to help you not make the same mistake with women, because he had a girl who liked him, but she basically wanted to experiment, and let's just leave it at that, because that's not what this video's for. This video is to tell you why I like women that play sports, and a video where I can actually talk about that, we can, but not in this video. It would just confuse people. People would get lost and wouldn't understand the purpose of this video. So I like women who play basketball. If you're a nerd or a geek, I like girls who play basketball. Actually, when I was in high school, I actually played basketball with this one black girl with reading glasses that actually could hit three-pointers. And she was so good that she eventually found herself on the girls' junior varsity basketball team at Westchester. Played about 3 years, and then she decided she didn't want to play no more. And then she graduated from high school. She went to college. They tried to recruit her, and she ended up playing just 2 years because she broke her ankle, and then she just retired from basketball indefinitely. And that was probably the one time that I actually had the hots for girls that were nerds and geeks playing basketball. I mean, she don't play basketball no more, but I'm talking about at that time she did, and she was real good. I mean, she could cross people over. She could block your shot. I mean, I ain't never had my shot blocked, but I had friends that because they thought that because they were tall, they couldn't get blocked, and she blocked one of their shots. And she was good. I mean, she was popular, you know, for a girl that was a nerd. She was very popular, and guys were asking her out to lunch and dinner. And that's basically what happened. Now in college, it was a little different. She was trying to become either a doctor or a lawyer. I don't know what happened after that, because she went into a different direction, mine went into a different direction. And then I had some girls that were geeks. There was one girl that would always crack jokes, and she became semi-famous. And what I mean by semi-famous, I mean in the traditional sense, she would do stand-up comedy, and it took off because she would get small parts in movies, TV shows. Then there was another black girl that was a nerd, and she basically was real smart and real intelligent. I mean, you ask her the most hardest math equation, and she would solve it like it was nothing. You know that movie with Jim Henson and Kevin Costner that came out 3 years ago? That movie where they had all those black ladies during the time period of them in the 60s, where they were going to go into outer space with the first ever astronaut, and it was them who solved the math equation that NASA couldn't solve. She had that level of intelligence, but the problem was she started to become corrupted by social media. You know, at that time, you know, YouTube had just came. Facebook was like kind of already getting its name out there, and all of a sudden she was obsessed with Facebook, you know, YouTube. Then she wanted to break into the movies and TV shows. She had small parts in movies and TV shows, and then guys took an advantage of that, you know, taking her money, using her money, and then, you know, they cheated on her, and, you know, she became a broken individual. It's very tragic because she got the smoking, the drinking, the drugs, and because she got sucked in by the world of Hollywood. And a lot of guys was like, that was one of the girls that we could have took out to lunch and dinner. She never was the same after that. And I actually saw her like maybe 1 year after she graduated. She was like a horrible mess, just broken. Like it would be years before damage could be repaired. So that's why I make the video. To give women that are nerds, that are geeks, that are goth, some respect and some credit. They can play sports. They can play competitive sports. They're just nerds, they're geeks, and they're goth. There's more to it than just that. You know, this video is to show some proper respect. It gives some credit when some credit is due. So when people be trying to figure out why I be making these YouTube videos, you should understand and know why I make these YouTube videos. Now, there is one time where I met a Latina nerd. And I was recently at my last job at Top Shop Top Man. That's why I gave her the nickname Nerd Girl Supergirl. Sometimes she laughed because I always be teasing her because she wear her glasses. But the point is, that's why I make this video. So, yeah. So to me, it doesn't matter if you're a nerd or a geek or a goth girl, I do find them physically sexually attractive. Because, like I said, when I was in junior high, high school, and even in college, they found me physically sexually attractive. Now, how come I never took none of them out to lunch and dinner? Well, because my financial situation wasn't what it is today. Back then, I didn't have no job. Back then, I was not making no money. Or as Jim Jones said in the rap video, ballin', I wasn't ballin'. I don't want to take them out to no expensive restaurant in Beverly Hills, but I didn't have no money to even buy a pair of Michael Jordans. And a lot of the bad boys, a lot of the players, and a lot of the alpha males told me, if you can't even rub your feet together and scratch out $100 or $200 and buy a pair of Michael Jordans, you can't step to no females. So I learned from those guys that if you ain't got no money, you shouldn't be trying nothing. But I did get conversation. That's what I liked about the women that were nerds and geeks and goth. They gave me conversation. When I couldn't get no conversation from the girls that I found physically sexually attractive, I got conversations from the girls that were nerds, they were geeks, they were goth. Like, I had never thought that a goth girl would befriend me in junior high, but they did. It happened again in high school. It happened again in college. So, naturally, what I'm trying to say to y'all, that I would say thank you because they're the ones who gave me conversation. They became my friends when nobody wanted to be my friends. I'm not just talking about men that are, like, I already made one for the men and for the women, but this one's another one for the women, because I say I like girls that are nerds, geeks, and goth that play sports. So it doesn't matter if you're black, white, or Mexican, or Asian. So, yeah. Nice little short video. Have a good day. Peace.